we've been doing stuff with the low back and we've been doing stuff with the legs, and I thought we'd still go and work this to a little bit higher degree. And so again, things that are antispasmodic or relaxing. So again, marjoram, basil, petitgrain, helichrysum, galbanum, which we've been talking about, hyssop, spikenard, vetiver, even some of the eucalyptuses, frankincense. Even if you don't have any of that, just good old-fashioned lavender.
So go ahead and pull out any of those oils, guys, and we'll do the practice.
Yeah, pick something out, and then we're going to do a little exploratory on the hips and legs. And just move your back around, like just kind of wiggle it like this, side to side, twist a little bit. Just see what you notice in your low back and in your hips. Even if your low back and hips are good, this will help to open it up even more. Yes, wintergreen, fascial release, terebinth, those would also work. Yeah. Okay, so like we did last time, let's go to the inner thigh. You know, this is an often overlooked muscle group that greatly impacts the low back area and the hips and can even cause issues up the spine, even up into the neck and shoulders. So let's just do the left inner thigh from the inner knee all the way up to the floor of the pelvis, that whole inner thigh area. Start taking some long, slow, deep breaths. You're taking some long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your left inner thigh. And then just kind of wiggle around and see how that feels. The left leg versus the right leg. When you notice. Yeah, lighter. So now go to the right inner thigh and do the same thing from the inside of the knee all the way up to the floor of the pelvis. You're taking some long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on that right inner thigh. Okay, so now the perineum or the floor of the pelvis, the perineum, however you want to say it, which is between the anus and the sex organs, just that bottom floor of the pelvis, you're going to want to put your awareness there and take long, slow, deep breaths. This also will help to facilitate a flush of like negative energy to be flushed out of your body, like stress and stuff from other people. It just kind of opens up the floodgate and discharges it down into the earth. And then let's go down to the knees. So instead of the front of the knee or the back of the knee, do the side of the knee on each side, right? Right where the joint hinges, you're just kind of putting your awareness on that area on both sides. You're on the inside of the knee. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Now, do the inner thigh again from the knee up to the floor of the pelvis, both sides at the same time this time. Long, slow, deep breaths. And then just be still for a moment. Just kind of move your back around and see how it feels. Go to your outer hips, like the sides of the hips, like where the dimples are in the butt cheek, just that whole side of your hip area. Take some long, slow, deep breaths. Do both sides at the same time. Okay. Now go back down to your knees, the outside of your knee, like the side of your knee, but on the outside, right where it hinges on the outside. Long, slow, deep breaths. This one on women is especially, can get especially congested. For women, the thigh bone comes in at a sharper angle than it does for a man. And the impact is a greater potential for irritation and tendonitis in this particular part of your knee. Now, keep inhaling. Your awareness is on the outer part of your leg, the side of your leg, the outside of your leg, from the hip all the way down to the side of the knee. Let's see something again. Let me know when. You're still breathing on the outside of your legs. Now we've just posted a picture. I want you to focus a little bit more on mid-thigh, like still on the outside, but mid-thigh. So we see here, there's those X's. There's like a row of 3 X's and then one off to the side, a 4th X, about mid-thigh. That is a very big hot spot that will impact the hips. So your mid-thigh right now. And then just let it go for a minute. Just pause with the breath. Just let it go. Move your back around side to side. Twist a little bit. How's that? Yeah, I get sleepy. Okay, so now we're going to let the low back go for a second. This will still impact the low back, but we want to go up high. The head and the hips, you could say, kind of mimic each other. Like when there's misalignments, like what happens in the hips eventually kind of happens and manifests up at like the base of the skull, or the way that the head sits on the neck. So put your attention and awareness at the base of your skull, across the whole backside of the base of your neck. Like so, where your skull and neck meet. What's that? What's that? Oh, nice. You're still on the base of the skull where your neck and skull kind of meet. Now let that go and do the bones in your neck, the cervical spine. Inhale with your awareness on the cervical spine, just the bones all in your neck. Do the spine between your shoulder blades, that upper back area. Your mid back area. Focus on the bones in your middle of your back. Below your shoulder blades, not quite your low back, just that whole little area right there. And then your low back. Your awareness is on your low back. Your awareness is still on your low back. Just let go for a moment. Just see how you feel. Let's do the left side from your armpit down to your hip, but on the outside of your body. Like the outer part of your rib cage down the whole side of your body. Just the left side right now. How you doing? So making your body. Now, with doing the left side, you can let that go for a moment, just kind of twist and see how that treats you. Samantha said this is like doing aromatherapy yoga. Okay, the right side from the armpit all the way down to the hip. Just start to inhale and unwind. Do both sides, each side from the armpit down to the hips. You're doing both sides there. Yogaroma. Yogaroma. I like that. Who did that? Let me take it on. Okay, just let that go for a moment. And again, we've done this one a few times, but we're just unwinding the body. Go to your heels. This will impact your lower leg, your hamstring, all the way up into the hips, the sacroiliac joint, which is in your pelvis. So your awareness is on your heel, not your whole foot, just your heel of your foot. The bottom of it, the sides, the back side. You're still inhaling with your awareness on the heels. And then just let go of it all. Just be still, be aware, check in with your body. Now, find that spot in your body where you still feel something, like a little tension, a little spasm, a little pain. Put your awareness on that area and just start to breathe into that area. You're inhaling into that area of your body. Now just pause and let it go for a moment. Check in with your spine. Where do you feel something in your spine right now? Wherever you feel a heaviness, a denseness, a tightness, put your awareness on that spot and begin inhaling. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on that part of your spine. And then just pause and let go for a moment. Now close your eyes. Your awareness is on your brain. Start taking long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your brain. Long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is still on the brain. And then just let go. Just pause and let go. Notice how you feel. Now, you can do an unwinding like this, like it's just unwinding the tissues in the body, the stresses in the body, and then apply whatever you would apply to a painful area, to a joint, to a hip, to an arthritic area, an area that's in pain. So it's not necessarily something that you would do instead of. You could, but a lot of times if you're just trying to unwind some of the tension in the body, you go through at the end of the day, you might inhale and go to your feet, to your legs, to this. This starts to be more specific to the things that would contribute to spinal issues. And so be it that it's down in the low back, mid back, or even up in the neck. We didn't do too much up in the neck, but the base of the skull opens up the neck area, and a lot of times it will unwind some tension in your low back. So let's maybe open up and share some experiences and ask questions. We just kind of did a free form thing, but these are all the areas to hit. I kind of like the order that we did. We'll cut this up and stick it up on YouTube if you want to follow it for a protocol from time to time, but go ahead and share experiences or ask questions.
It really, really helped me a lot. I did need to open up my spine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like where are you feeling better at? Like what part of your spine?
It was really weird. I needed to open up a whole lot. And maybe like you said, a lot has to get dumped out,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it even towards the very end, it kind of went from where the perineum left up and it wrapped up the tailbone there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I could feel it at the base of my neck, really
Yeah.
big time too. It kind of would go back and forth. There really wasn't an area that it didn't strongly affect.
Right.
I mean,
And like you said, it opens up the spine. It allows energy to release from the spine. It releases some of that lower physiological kind of emotional stuff that gets generated, because a lot of it gets impacted in that area. It just opens everything up. It feels really nice. Like,
it really does.
yeah, it feels
Please do
really
put
nice.
on YouTube. What are we going to call it? Okay. Open the spine up.
Well, I think
already-
Barbara posted what was it, Yogaroma? Yeah, that's
Okay.
very
I'll
funny.
look for it for Yogaroma.
Right.
Thank you.
Because when we were doing it, Samantha was like started making like like I don't know that she was liking it, and I go, "Do you? How's it treating you? Do you like it?" She's like, "It's a little too much like yoga, because you're unwinding the different parts of the body." But it's good to do. It's not something you need to do every day, but it's nice to do from time to time.
Very much so. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Anybody else want to share?
Some people really like yoga.
Yeah.
Any other shares or questions?
If not, we can go a little bit deeper on some. Okay, I think we're okay. So if we're gonna just continue on this, go to your armpits. Like begin inhaling in the armpits. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Now go to your shoulder blades on the back side. Your awareness is on the shoulder blades themselves. The muscles on the shoulder blades. And then come to the front of the shoulder, like where the shoulder, where that crease is between the shoulder and the chest, like in this area, like in that area right here, each side. That's funny. And now let's go up into the jaws. Unwind the jaws. Your attention and awareness is on the jaws where they hinge, that whole area up in your jaw area. Long, slow, deep breaths. Okay, so we've unwound several pieces of the body like this. So we want to do something to like deepen the effect, right? So we're going to work the energy centers that has to do with raising the vibration of the body, the emotions, the mind, right? So go to your low back area opposite the navel. So you're on your low back, on the back side of the navel. You're taking long, slow, deep breaths onto that area. Move your awareness to the area between your shoulder blades, the back heart. This will have a transmuting effect on any of those physiological emotions that come up. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Move your awareness to the top of your head. The crown, the top of your head. And then the top of your head. Your awareness is on the top of your head. And then just let go. Let go of everything. How do you feel? Well, we had a nice session of unwinding tonight. You know, sometimes we only get a few minutes. Tonight we got a decent little dose. And apparently we created, what was it called? Yogaroma-therapy. Yoga. Got to figure out how to pronounce that. But, you know, we'll do something different next week, going into, you know, some other aspect, some other clinical aspect. But yeah, I thought that was good for tonight. And you're more than welcome. We're going to skip over to the prayer petition blessing for Astara. And if not, hopefully you can join us for the master healing technique tomorrow night, where we do more of our explorations on things going on in us internally, you know, our development, our psyche, things like that. Take care, guys.